Alright, y'all. We are live, and I wanted to make this video real quick because Bitcoin is doing some crazy things right now. Some things that we really need to pay attention to. So I want to look at the chart. I want to lay out how I plan to trade this, how I currently am trading this. I want to set some targets for y'all. This is kind of a time-sensitive video, so I would say it would be relevant for the next day, the next couple of hours especially. So I know this is not the normal time that I stream, but I just wanted to make a quick video. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart here. Okay, so this is the 24-minute chart. As you guys can see, I want to point this out on Market Cipher B. I know a lot of people, especially over here in the United States, are waking up and they did not enter a trade last night. They slept through this good opportunity, and people are tempted to FOMO in. Just keep in mind, guys, we're printing, some red waves here on Market Cipher B, which means it's definitely not a great time to enter. Let's go to the daily chart. This is where we're going to start. I want to point out some very significant things. So, guys, please, if you are trading Bitcoin, make sure to stay calm during these times. Pay attention. Look for some good entries. The first thing I want to point out is the fact that we are currently at a very key daily resistance zone. When I say a daily resistance zone, I mean that this zone, if I were to draw, a little box around this area right here, this is a resistance area that the price has had trouble breaking through historically. So back here, this was acting as resistance. We were unable to break through this level. Then this area was acting as support, and then this area was resistance. So for 4 days, this was resistance, and for 2 days, this was support, and we're coming up exactly to this level right now. So if you're looking to enter a long position, just be careful. Look for a good entry. Use your indicators, Market Cipher B, to find a good position. Now, it's clear that we're having some kind of reaction at this level. If we zoom in to a lower time frame, look at this. For the past 2 hours, we've been basically stuck at this resistance. Maybe for the past 3 hours, we've literally been stuck at this resistance. Also, if we look at the hourly Market Cipher B, we are coming up to the top of one of these momentum waves where, it looks like we might have a little downward movement before we continue back up. Now, that being said, guys, we confirmed this green trigger wave right here on Market Cipher B on the daily, and in my opinion, this is a very powerful bullish signal. An extremely powerful bullish signal. The past few of these trigger waves that we have printed during the last few months, during this crazy bull run, I mean, pretty much every time we've done this, these two right here resulted in this crazy run up. This one right here resulted in that crazy run up. This one right here resulted in a crazy run up. And believe it or not, guys, I actually entered a long position back here on January 28th, primarily because of this green trigger wave, and I saw some things on lower time frames, and I stayed in that trade until February 23rd. So if you guys are looking for a swing long position, depending on what happens at some of these levels, you might find yourself a really great entry. Now, let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, and let's take a look at a trade that I am currently in. I've definitely taken profits, but last night I had set my alerts on the 4-hour chart and the 24-minute chart, and I was waiting for a trigger wave on the 4-hour right here. And when I got that, I was also waiting for a trigger wave on the 24-minute with a money flow crossover. Got that right here. So I woke up because my phone went off, and I entered a position right here. I fell back asleep, and I just woke up a few hours ago, maybe about 40 minutes ago, And when I woke up, I was like maybe 5%, not even 5% in profit. So it was a nice little trade. Now, some things to be careful of, guys. Some things to keep in mind. On the 4-hour chart, we are still in the red on the money flow index. So I wouldn't say that we're totally in the clear here. Um, you know, back here on January 28th, we were also still in the red on the money flow index. So just something to keep in mind, guys. Really, the safest place to enter a swing long, in my opinion, is you get your confirmation on the daily, and then you get your confirmation on the 4-hour. So if we're looking to enter like a long-term position where we're in this for like a few weeks, guys, we got our confirmation on the daily, and then we would basically be waiting for our confirmation on the 4-hour, where we get a trigger wave. Like on the 4-hour, if we get something like this, and then we come back down and print another wave here, and the money flow has crossed into the green, and we get a trigger wave right here, this would be the safest place to enter a swing long. And when I say a swing long, guys, I'm talking like a trade where you're in this for like the rest of the month. Because, you know, believe it or not, during these crazy bull runs, there's lots of opportunity to trade little trades, but you can really enter, like I did last month. You can enter a position and just stay in there for like 3 weeks. So let's pull up the chat, then we're going to talk about some targets and what you guys should look for. All right, no one in the chat. That's totally fine. That's totally fine because it's super early. All right, that's great. So let's talk about some targets, and this is a stream that people can watch after the fact. Let me see here. Bear with me, guys. All right, so let's talk about some targets. What am I looking for here? Well, if we can break this key daily level, and right now we are getting a slight rejection off of here. I'm not saying we're going to come back down, but obviously, if we do come back down, we're going to go back down to our previous level. Our previous level is about this area right here. This is a very key level. It was acting as resistance, and then it got flipped into support, and then was support, 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 resistance, support, support, and then it acted as support again, and resistance again, and then it was support. And so if we reject off of this level, guys, we're probably going to come back down to the $47,000 level. Okay, so if we confirm a rejection off of this resistance, we're going to come back down to the $47,000 level. And if we break below this level again, and it's confirmed on our indicators, then we're going to come back down around to this $44,366 level, because again, this was another key level. And guys, when I'm marking these key levels on the daily time frame, this is the 4-hour chart, but really you can still get the idea of where the daily candles closed. We're just putting lines on our chart where the price tended to find sticking points in the past. Places where the price had trouble breaking below and breaking above. And the more price interaction there is with these lines, the more significant these lines are when it comes to you know, expecting a reaction when price gets there. Look at this. We came up to this line and we're having a reaction right there. It doesn't mean that we're gonna come back down to the previous level. It just means this level will always cause a reaction. Now we need to look at Market Cipher and see, okay, are we going to come back down to the 47,000 level, or are we going to break through this resistance right here and come up to our next level? And our next level, guys, is about this $54,000 level. That's actually, let me pull up the daily chart. It's kind of hard to say because we had so much, we had so little price action here. But look, the this level right here, this was support, and then it was support again, and then we couldn't break through this level. So I would say if we can break through the 51,000, this $52,000 level, give or take, um, and confirm above this with conviction, then we're definitely going to head up to the $54,000 level. And if we can break above this, guys, I say we're going to test the all-time high again. Now, I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin right now. Obviously, everybody is long-term bullish. Things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good. If we take a look at the weekly chart, even, things are looking pretty good. Yeah, we did print a actually, if we do take a look at the weekly chart, guys, we do see something like this, where we have kind of a bearish divergence where price is coming up and momentum on Market Cipher is going down. That's interesting. So guys, these are my levels that I am looking at right here. Like I said, I entered a long position last night, and I'm looking to kind of hold, I did take some profit out. I'm looking to hold that and even possibly add to my position if we, cool off a little bit. If we come to the 4-hour and the 24-minute, if we cool off a little bit on the 24-minute and the 4-hour chart, keeps this nice thick green trigger wave here, I would add to my position, and if it looks like we're going to break through this resistance, I would continue to ride it up to the $54,000 level. It's nice that we're having a little pullback here, because if things continue upward, this will give us the opportunity to get a good entry, Now remember, guys, the way I'm trading right now, this is not my 424 strategy. I'm not sticking to the 5 confirmations, right? I am entering trades based on other confirmations that are part of a different strategy. So if you're completely new, maybe just, sit. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, if you're going to enter a trade, make sure that that you are looking for specific confirmations, and you do not enter unless those confirmations happen. Because the last thing you want to do if you're a new trader is FOMO into a trade or enter without having a clear reason why. Now, right now, if we look at the 1-hour chart, it's very clear that we're starting to come to the top of this momentum wave. So if you're looking for an entry, wait for a red dot to print here, and then price will come down a little bit, right? And we might print another green trigger wave like right here. And if we do, then maybe this would be a great place to enter right here at around 50,000. And then you could ride that back up to the resistance and look at Market Cipher, see what's going to happen. And if it's telling you that we're going to break through that resistance level, stay in the trade. There's a lot of different things that we can do here. These are my targets. of key levels that we always need to look out for when we reach one of these levels, that there's going to be some kind of a reaction. But so far, things are looking very bullish on the daily. Things are looking very bullish on the 4 hour for the long term, guys, for the long term. I'm talking about entering like a long-term swing trade here. And again, if we break this level that we're at right now, the next stop is about the $54,000 level. And if we break that and we confirm over this resistance with conviction, with Market Cipher telling us, yes, we're going up, we're probably going to test our all-time high. I would say before we get to the all-time high, guys, though, we might have a little bit of resistance right here at like the 57.6 level, just because that was resistance for quite some time before we finally broke over that. And when we broke over that, we came right back down. So, you know, take a look at this, write it down. And when you're trading today, you know, these are the key daily levels that we should be looking at. If we come back down lower to a lower time frame, you know, we might be able to mark some other areas, some other zones that historically have had like reaction, like right here, for example. Let me change the color of this line so that we know this is a 24-minute support and resistance level. Make it orange. If you look, this historically had a lot of interaction. It was resistance, it was support, it got flipped, and then became resistance, then became support, support, support. Then it was resistance, 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 and then it got flipped, and now it's currently a shorter term support. So perhaps if we get a rejection off of this, you know, you might see us come down toward this area. Doesn't really look like it though. I mean, if we look at what's happening up here, you know, it clearly we're at a period of consolidation, and just by looking at this 24-minute chart here, you know, we printed this red trigger wave and price is trading sideways, which is usually a very bullish sign. If you get that red trigger wave and price just isn't really having quite as much of a pullback and it's trading kind of sideways, of course, wait it out, guys, because a lot of times, you know, you print these red trigger waves and we go sideways for a while, and then we do have like a few candles downward. But if our higher time frames are still confirmed bullish, and you know, you could really find some good entries on this 24-minute. Just be cautious, guys, because we are at a point of resistance, and these are exciting times. It's a new month. We just, you know, finished that nice pullback, and we've had some nice price action the past few days, you know, So let's see if we have anybody in the chat. Antonio. Oh, nice, bro. On the way to work. Yeah, I know this is a weird time to live stream, but I just figured I'd do it because this information is good pretty much, you know, for the rest of the day. I'm just marking out some levels here because I think they're important. They're important to keep our eyes on. So I'm excited, guys. I really am. I really am. I am hoping that I can kind of stay in a long for quite some time. For quite some time. I mean, this daily chart is really nice. It's really nice, right? I mean, we have a clear anchor and trigger, and you know, once we get past this area right here, this 51,600-ish level, you know, my next take profit zone would be the $54,000, and then my next take profit zone would be 57K, and then, you know, we're probably going to start seeing all-time highs, guys. If we test our previous all-time high, you know, we might be stuck there for a while, but we are definitely going to hit a new all-time high. And when I say definitely, you guys know my deal. This is not financial advice. If you listen to anything I say, You will lose all your Bitcoin, you will lose all your money, you will lose your house, you will lose your car, you will lose your wife and your kids, you will lose everything. So, don't listen to me. But that's it, guys. I'm going to head out. I've got to go feed the chickens and take care of some stuff. Appreciate you guys being here. And we might do a stream later on. And happy trading.